Hello, everyone. This is Mark Bucinich, the reporter for Hudson County View, and thanks for joining us on this latest broadcast installment of Hudson County View Live and Uncut. We have a lot to talk about today. Obviously, a lot of the stories that we'll be talking to you about have to do with the ongoing COVID-19, the coronavirus pandemic in Hudson County. We'll give you the latest updates from the New Jersey State Department of Health as far as the number of cases and the number of deaths in Hudson County. And we'll also be talking with you, discussing or explaining the steps that the cities, municipalities in Hudson County have continued to take to increase and expand testing, and also the efforts that the municipalities are taking to treat those persons in Hudson County who may have unfortunately contacted the coronavirus. And then we'll also get to a couple press-related events that we attended or participated in. One was in Jersey City last week, where the city announced the opening of two COVID-19 testing centers. And last night, the City Council of Hoboken held its city council meet virtually, and reporters and the public were able to access that meeting virtually via the Zoom video conferencing application. So we'll get to that. So again, thanks for joining us on this latest installment of Hudson County View Live and Uncut. I'm Mark Bucinich, and we'll be right back.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights, your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments, carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants, all major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712. The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning, life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Hudson County View Live and Uncut. Again, I'm Mark Bucinich. As I indicated at the onset of the broadcast today, we'll be talking mostly about the efforts and the initiatives that many of the municipalities in Hudson County have been leading to contain the spread of the coronavirus. First item we like to talk about or mention is a story that we published just a little while ago, earlier today. A sad story. The Hudson County Correctional Facility in Kearney announced the passing of a correctional security guard there due to coronavirus. His name is Bernard Waddle. And he had been a correctional officer at the jail for 28 years. He hadn't been reporting to his job since March 18th, and the New Jersey State Police Benevolent Association announced his passing just this past week. So we want to send our deepest sympathies and regards to his family and to the police community as a whole. As far as the number of cases, we want to just mention also the New Jersey State Department of Health announced, provide an update at 1 o'clock today. The last update they provided was at 8:30 last night, but at 1 o'clock today, they announced, reporting that there's a total of 2,270 COVID cases in Hudson County, and sadly, there have so far been 44 deaths. The only town that has updated their numbers as of 8:30 last night was North Bergen, so they've seen an increase. They previously had a number of COVID cases, 263. They now have a total of 298 coronavirus cases in the township. So we wanted to provide you with those latest numbers. As I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, I had attended a press conference at 465 Marin Boulevard in Jersey City last week, where Jersey City Mayor Stephen Fulop and health officials from the city announced the opening of 2 new COVID-19 testing centers. And the mayor announced at that time that it was important for the city because of the strain, the strain that the COVID-19 pandemic is having on the city's healthcare systems, particularly its hospitals, such as Christ Hospital. And so the city decided that it needed to take action and to open up its own testing centers. And Jersey City Mayor Stephen Fulop said that it was necessary because even though the opening of the testing center in Secaucus was very well intentioned, it would not be easy for Jersey City residents to get all the way out to Secaucus. And he also mentioned that the city did not want to push its residents onto on mass transit transportation, considering that the city and the state is encouraging social distancing rules. So the facility at 465 Marin Boulevard is a walk-in facility. And then the city also opened on the west side of the city a drive-through facility where residents who are eligible can simply drive up to the location and to be tested by medical professionals there on site. Now it's not just currently there are four testing centers in Hudson County. Actually, Union City will be opening up their own testing facility on Monday, April 6th. So we just looking at my notes here for 1 second. So the Union City site, the city there is has made an announcement asking for active and retired medical professionals before to see if they could volunteer before operations begin on Monday. Now, according to Weehawken Mayor Richard Turner, a variety of medical professionals can volunteer, and some of the medical professionals that they need on site at the Union City location starting on Monday include dentists, emergency medical technicians, laboratory technicians, medical technicians, nurses, paramedics, as well as physicians' assistants. So we'll be right back we're going to go to commercial break, and we'll be right back. Thanks for watching.
Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer a Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to newportnj.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. newportnj.com. Newport, live like you want.
Hello, everyone. Again, Mark Busenich of Hudson County View. Thanks again for participating in Hudson County View live and uncut broadcast. Again, we've been talking about all the ongoing initiatives and efforts that the cities have been spearheading to try to contain the coronavirus. As we reported just a little while ago, there are a total now of 2,270 COVID cases and 44 deaths in Hudson County. Now, despite all the, obviously, the preoccupation and all the efforts and resources that are going into making sure that the coronavirus, COVID-19, is contained in Hudson County, nonetheless, Hudson County elected officials, political leaders, want to make sure that they get the message out to the residents that it's still necessary and important for residents to make sure that they fill out the 2020 census. Because as many of you may know or may not know, the census for a particular municipality, town, state, if they could provide as much accurate information as to the total number of persons that are living within a particular geographic area, well, then that determines obviously the financial resources that local towns, municipalities, and states receive from the federal government. So, Hudson County Executive Tom DeGeese was recently reported, or had said in a recent video reported on the Hudson County, on the county's website, that is, that, and his exact quote was, "In these trying times, the census is more important than ever. Your responses will ensure Hudson County receives funding for crucial programs like healthcare," said the Hudson County executive. And even Mayor Ravi Bala weighed in on the matter, saying that it's more important than ever for Hoboken residents to fill out the 2020 census. Hoboken will be asking for its fair share of funding from the state and federal government to help with especially now, to help with the COVID-19 crisis. And the population determined by the census will have a major impact on determining what we receive. Now, it's important to note that as of this broadcast, only about 37.5% of the Hoboken population has responded or has filled out the Census 2020 questionnaire. So many residents may already receive that from the federal government, but you also can call and you could also fill it out online. So be sure to go to this 2020 census.gov website, either to fill out the application online or to look for the number to call within your local area. As we mentioned before, North Hudson, Union City, they'll be opening up their new testing site on Monday. And Governor Phil Murphy is actually has weighed in, obviously, on making sure that making the announcement, calling on medical professionals who may be active or retired, if they could still volunteer their services at some of the test centers that have opened up throughout the state, and also including in the 4 in Hudson County. He mentioned that on Friday, but this past week, he's now made an international call asking for doctors and medical professionals around the world, if they're available, especially those who are retired, if they can travel to the United States, specifically New Jersey, to treat patients and to stop the spread of COVID-19. And he was quoted as saying at a press conference in Trenton this past week, here's his quote: "Let me just put on the Uncle Sam hat. We need you if you're watching and you're a healthcare worker who may have retired from out of state or a doctor from out of the country. We need you in a big way. So those were, in fact, the governor is in Secaucus today attending a tour which isn't open to the press today, but he's in Secaucus at the Meadowlands Exposition Center, where a field hospital will be available come Monday on April 6th. So just like they've done in New York, where the Javits Center has been turned into a 1,000 bed field hospital, well, the field hospital at the Meadowlands Exhibition Center will consist of 250 beds for those persons who may have contracted the COVID-19 virus. So we'll get back to you in a minute. We'll return with more reporting on the COVID-19 pandemic in Hudson County and the initiatives and efforts that the towns are taking to stop its spread. We'll be right back.
Panapinto Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment. Adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panapintoproperties.com. Panapinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
Most women who give birth recover without problems, but any woman can have complications after the birth of a baby. Learn the post-birth warning signs such as fever, headache, chest pain, shortness of breath, increased bleeding, or thoughts of hurting yourself or someone else. Knowing these can save your life or the life of someone that you love. Trust your instincts. If you feel something is wrong, call and get evaluated by your healthcare provider. If your symptoms get worse or you do not hear back from your physician, call 911 or go to the nearest emergency room.
RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
Hello, everyone. Mark Busench of Hudson County View. Thanks again for joining us in this broadcast of Hudson County View live and uncut. I was a little bit rushed before when I was talking about the North Hudson COVID-19 testing site that will be opening in Union City on Monday. And I mentioned briefly rushed. I was a little bit rushed there. And so I just want to go back to that particular segment just to make sure that the audience understands the type of help and a volunteer the types of volunteers that the town of Union City is seeking to staff its COVID-19 testing site on Monday. So Weehawken Mayor Richard Turner, who's been involved in, who was quoted or at least involved in the statement provided to the media, as far as the number and different types of volunteers that they like to see staffed at the COVID-19 testing site on Monday. Well,
Rama Jewelers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 430.
Oh, we've gone to commercial? Oh, no, we did not. I thought we went to commercial there for a minute, folks, but we're back live. So just want to make sure that the audience that is watching, if anybody out there is a medical professional, and here are some of the titles that they're seeking to staff the site on Monday. So they would be emergency medical technicians, laboratory technicians, nurses, paramedics, perfusionists, physicians assistants, physicians, and respiratory care practitioners. So if any member of our audience has that experience and is a licensed medical professional, well, one way you can get in touch to provide your services is you could send this email to the township and someone there will get back to you to let you know, to find out, to learn from you that you're available. And that email is volunteer@tow.nj.net. Let me repeat that again, okay? volunteer@tow.nj.net. So if anybody, again, if any member of the audience is a medical professional, has that training, be sure to reach somebody at that email so that you can provide your services, because no doubt that there will be they expect people. Obviously, they expect that people will be taking advantage of that testing center on Monday. If you don't have access to email, you could also call as well. And this number is available here, 201-376-1942. Let me repeat that again, 201-376-1942. We mentioned that there was unfortunately, sadly, a Hudson County correctional officer that passed this week as a result of the coronavirus. And obviously, we reported last week that Assemblywoman Angelica Jimenez, she contracted the illness. She explained to the media that she was experiencing aches and pains, and that so she went to Holy Name Hospital in Teaneck on Saturday, and sure enough, they confirmed that she had contracted the coronavirus. But luckily, she's back at home now. She's recovering and she's quarantined, and she provided this. She wanted to make sure that she wanted this. She made this quote available to the media that throughout the day on Saturday, I began to experience a pounding headache and body aches. I suspected I might be sick with COVID-19, so I contacted my doctor, who told me to get tested. I just received confirmation late this afternoon. Now, this was on Saturday, that I have the virus. She said, as she provided in a statement to the media on Saturday. Now, Assemblywoman Jimenez is one of 3 Hudson County officials now that have who have contracted the virus. As many of you already know by now, Councilman at Large Rolando Lavaro in Jersey City was in the hospital, but is now home recovering and is self-quarantined. But still in the hospital is Ward D Councilman Michael Yoon. So we hope for all 3 of them for a speedy recovery and to get back to be healthy very soon. We have another commercial break coming back and coming up now. Again, we'll be reporting to you about what happened in Hoboken last night, and we'll get to that story as soon as we return. So again, thanks for participating in this live broadcast of Hudson County View, live and uncut.
Rama Jewelers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 413 Valley Brook Avenue, Lyndhurst. Come for all your jeweler needs at Rama Jewelers, where you will find a fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and bracelets. Choose from one of our complete sets, our many signature items, or find the perfect engagement ring. Come on down. That's Rama Jewelers at 413 Valley Brook Ave, Lyndhurst. Call 201-939-5784 or visit us online today.
You know those times when you need to see the doctor, but you just can't get to the doctor? So where do you go? Go to the App Store, download the Telemed app from RWJ Barnabas Health, and you see the doctor right away. From any mobile device, whenever you want, wherever you are.
Quality care, no appointment necessary. The doctor is online when you download the Telemed app.
Don't you feel better already?
RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
Hello, everyone. Mark Busanich of Hudson County View. Thanks again for participating in this broadcast, the latest installment of Hudson County View, live and uncut. Thanks again for joining us. Last night, Hoboken City Council, as many, city council now, city councils in the county are holding their meetings virtually online because to conform to social distancing standards. So they haven't been having council meetings in person, and whereas before maybe they attended the council themselves, but no members of the public were allowed. Well, now starting last night, each member of the Hoboken City Council, all 9 members, were at their respective home offices, who broadcasted live via the Zoom video conferencing software application. So the one issue that came up, there were many issues that came up last night during the Hoboken City Council meeting, but the one that we reported on that was particularly important and pertinent to our audience is that the this was a resolution sponsored by First Ward Councilman Michael DeFusco. His intention was, the purpose behind the resolution is that he wanted to make the Midtown parking garage only to cost healthcare workers who are working at the Hoboken University Medical Center, charge them only $1 that is, to park at the garage. Now, interestingly, when it was time during the new business portion of the meeting, when it was time for the councilman to bring up his resolution, and after he had introduced it, Councilwoman at Large, Emily Jabbour, mentioned that, well, there was already an effort by the city to charge only $1 for parking at the Midtown Garage for the healthcare workers who work at Hoboken University Medical Center. So, so she asked the acting business director, Jason Freeman, if that policy had been in place. And sure enough, he confirmed that, yes, that he had had conversations with a couple of council members, and that the city was making the $1 fee available for healthcare workers at the CarePoint facility in Hoboken. Mr. Freeman was quoted as saying at the city council meeting last night, "We've already been implementing this. I think it makes sense. It makes their life easier and will remain in effect for the duration of the pandemic." Now, this caught Councilman Mike DeFusco a little bit surprised, and he then, in return, said to Mr. Freeman that it's great to know that this policy is already in place, but that it was the first time he's ever heard of it. And in fact, he said that he even had a constituent email him yesterday, a nurse who he said received a ticket for parking beyond, I guess, parking for beyond her designated time in the spot that she was parked at in the Midtown Garage. So nonetheless, it seems like that policy is in place, even though the city and Councilman DeFusco might each be taking credit for it. So another important matter that still related to parking that came up last night during a council meeting was that it was 2 weeks ago when Councilwoman at Large Vanessa Falco introduced a resolution to suspend the enforcement of parking meters throughout the city, with Washington Street being an exception. Now, this got the attention of Councilman Phil Cohen, who said that, well, in fact, the resolution that Councilwoman DeFusco introduced 2 weeks ago and then was reintroduced last night by Councilman Mike DeFusco wasn't exactly clear because in fact the council, or in fact the resolution from 2 weeks ago called for suspending parking meters even along Washington Street. So nonetheless, we only have about 30 seconds left before we have to head out. So nonetheless, the council voted to approve this measure, which now suspends parking meters throughout the city, or at least the resolution that was passed by the city council. And that vote was 6-3, but council members Emily Jabbour, Phil Cohen, and Jim Doyle voted no. Mark Bucinich from Hudson County View, live and uncut. Thanks for participating.